Can the universal love energy totally heal the inner family and the body? Yes, it can, but there is a problem to it. The universal love energy can only heal as far as it comes. And the human awareness has lots of protection against this universal love energy because people don't want to be touched with at their injuries. When the universal love comes to these injuries, then it begins to heal, but people feel the injury once again, and that they try to avoid, mostly unconscious. And therefore, the awareness has got lots of separations. These are there to protect from this love energy flow into the injuries. And therefore, the universal love energy can't automatically heal everything. The people who want to heal have to help with techniques, with psychological and spiritual techniques to connect these separations. As soon as these separations become connected, then the love energy can flow into the injuries and begin to heal. Actually, the whole principle of psychotherapeutic methods and spiritual methods is based on this connect with these injuries and then let the love energy flow into it. The healing comes from the love energy, always from the universal love energy. We only help with the techniques that the love energy can flow into the parts that need healing. I will explain it a little bit more in detail. For example, the inner woman. I've told you that it's relatively easy for the inner woman to open for the universal love. It needs nothing more than to relax. But the first thing is that people with a strong inner woman often don't relax, because as soon as they do, the healing begins, the injuries will be touched, and that's what they try to avoid, and therefore they don't stop being busy. Mostly it's unconscious that they keep busy all the time because they think they have to do all these things. But in reality, it's not necessary. That's, for example, one way to separate from the love energy. Another point is very important with inner woman healing. That's this guilt separation. There is a blockade of guilty feeling that stops the love energy to flow into the inner woman. That's why I developed this guilt deletion living love practice. That's the only practice that will connect the love energy with the inner woman, fully connected, and therefore the love energy can heal the inner woman then. Otherwise, it's more or less that a little bit love can flow into the inner woman too, but most of the love will flow at the outside from the inner woman to others. That gives, in total, it gives a feeling of love, and therefore lots of people feel good with it and can live their whole life in this way. But if you want to develop further, then you have to delete this separation and connect the love energy with the inner woman. Another separation is from the inner child. For example, the inner child has got old injuries, and If the love energy comes, it will flow everywhere, but not to the inner child, or not totally to the inner child. For this, for example, the adult with the inner child will look for partners and other peoples where he or she won't get the love he or she is looking for. He always looks for love, but he or she won't get it because he looks or she looks at the wrong place. Then it's necessary to heal the inner child first by means with how the injuries happened in the past, and now they have to learn something else. That means that the therapist takes the person into her or his arms, and the inner family has to learn that the adults care for the inner child, and so on and so on. And with this advanced awareness, then the love energy, the universal love energy, can flow better into the inner child then. Because the awareness is there, the connection is there, and the inner child is open to get the love energy. The same is with spiritual EMDR, or even with therapeutic EMDR before. It's all these traumas based on separation too, and the EMDR method will help to connect with this experience once again for healing. It's the same principle. The inner man, for example, is often separated from the emotions, from the emotional body, and therefore this kind of separation must be connected. Otherwise, the love energy will only flow into the mental body, but not into the emotional body of the whole person. And even with the physical body, it's the same, because the physical body has saved every experience, or every important experience, and the whole awareness in itself. And therefore, if there are blockades in the psyche and in the inner family, there will be blockades in the body too. And in these parts of the body, the universal love energy can't flow and can't heal, and therefore people become ill with the body. And for this, it's necessary that the awareness will develop so that the body will get rid of these blockades too, and then the universal love energy can flow into the body too. Therefore, it's only necessary to connect all these separations, to let the universal love flow into the injuries and heal everything. Then it's really possible that the love energy heals everything.